You might call me nuts with this one, but hey, BP51's on my Vista RV crossover camper trailer. Now this thing runs independent suspension, so relies really heavily on a good quality shock. So the factory fitted one is a Coney 88 series, which I had no problems with except for the fact that I've overheated them, they've misted oil out of them and the seals have failed. And they're actually a little bit on the short side. We tend to do a lot of short weekend trips where we don't carry much weight in the van, and they actually only have about, when they're sitting there at loaded height, static height, just with a bit of gear in the van, with only about 25-30 mil of downwards travel. So not very good. It actually hammers a fair bit on the drawbar. So after a bit of mucking around, I actually fitted a set of Rancho RSX 9000s, which were that 25 mil longer, and that fixed my drawbar hammering issues when I hit bumps. Now this van tends to lift rather than squat when the suspension travels, due to it being a multi-link setup. So it actually travels quite nicely. I prefer it over the T-van I used to have. But getting back to the shocks, I run these things on my Mazda and really like the ride that they provide. They're actually really worth the money. The Coney 88s I had to get the extra length ones and to get them modified, we're going to set me back around $680 a shock. Anyway, these things are $700. Why not go for them? After trying to find lengths and sizes of these shocks, it's really hard. IRB doesn't have any info on their websites or anything, and the dealers really aren't much help. So I just sized up the Nitro Chargers, and going by the experience with the ones on the Mazda / Ford Ranger, if you want to call it that, worked out the sizes were pretty similar between the two types, so the Nitro Charger Sport and the BP51s. These are of a Hilux 2015 and older, and it took a bit of mucking around. I had to put a spacer to space it out, or space it rearward 10 mil to clear the roost guard on and the body on the actual shock mounting bracket. But these things do really ride nicely, and hopefully are worth my effort at putting in. I'll be actually doing a review on the ones on the Mazda shortly, so stay tuned for that, and I'm out for now.